As a breast cancer survivor, former Hewlett-Packard CEO Carly Fiorina says she's up to the task of making the run for the U.S. Senate from California. Opponent, incumbent Barbara Boxer, who has held that post for the past 16 years, won't be easy to unseat. Earlier today, I spoke to Fiorina about a number of topics, which included everything from health care reform to the economy. California's unemployment rate is at 12.5%. You said you want to create jobs, yet Senator Boxer and President Obama appear to have failed to create jobs. There's a huge disconnect between Main Street and Wall Street. How do you propose to put people back to work?
We need to start by making it easier for small businesses. What does that mean? Well, let's give them access to credit. They still don't have it despite the bailout of Wall Street. Let's make sure that they're not totally burdened by a thicket of regulation that makes it almost impossible for them to build businesses, which is the case here in California. And let's not saddle them with the second highest tax rate in the world.
According to the San Francisco Chronicle, you've only voted in 5 of the past 12 recent elections. What do you say to those people who have criticized your voting record?
Well, I haven't voted in several elections, and shame on me. And I appreciate very much the people who have taken their civic responsibilities seriously. I offer no excuses. For a long time, I couldn't see the connection between my vote and what happened in Washington. But I can very clearly see now the connection between what the U.S. Senate does and the effect on every family and every business in America.
Republicans and some Democrats are opposed to President Obama's health care reform plan for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, the public option, and then, of course, for the payments for abortion. What's your take on that health care plan, and what would you do differently?
I don't support any part of the plan, and this is a subject near and dear to my heart. I'm a breast cancer survivor. That's why my hair is even shorter than yours. And while I support the stated goals of health care reform, making sure that every American has access to quality, affordable health care, in my opinion, nothing in this bill accomplishes that objective. I do not believe the government understands how to run a health insurance plan. I do not support federal funding for abortions. Right here in California, we passed medical malpractice reform. It worked. It lowered the cost of health insurance premiums. Why don't we do that nationwide?
How's your health these days? Campaigning for the Senate is a grueling schedule. Are you feeling up to it?
I feel terrific, and I would not have formally declared my candidacy unless I was very certain that I had a clean bill of health, which I do. You know, anyone who's been through breast cancer knows it's a grueling process, but anyone who's been through it also knows that when you come through the other side, you have even more determination to make the most of your time.
The contest between Boxer and Fiorina is shaping up to be one of the most expensive Senate races in California history. Some political analysts say Fiorina is willing to kick in up to $35 million of her own money to defeat Senator Boxer.
She is dedicated to this campaign.
She really is. You know, she also talked about President Obama's plan to send more troops to Afghanistan, and she favored that plan. She said that obviously we need at least 30,000 and then some. She supports the president in whatever move he makes to try to clear the Taliban out of Afghanistan, so she's definitely in favor of that.
It was a good interview. We got a good feel for her, a little bit more than what we know already. Thank you very much, Alan.